So just coming into the topic of what on the analytics side of metrics that we used to collect, what we are doing now, again, purely from my perspective, what we do in our organization, and what I think we should be doing for the future, what is expected from us, right? So when we like 5-10 years back, what we used to measure was things like, okay, number of people who got trained, how many hours of training happened, and then maybe some of us touched upon the L1 and L2 levels of hit factors, right? How was the reaction and how was the learning in terms of their assessment scores? So that's it, right? So pretty much these 2, 3, and maybe a couple of more. So this was good enough for business, for the investments they were making, and because it was compliance, they're okay with these things, and there were only very minimal or low analytics was happening during that time, right? Then over the last 5 years, where I see the shift has happened is people are saying, no, no, it is all taken for granted now. If you're doing your trainings better, you're getting 4.7 out of 5. Yeah, it's all expected, right? So nothing great to feel about it, right? But what is the impact? So the L3 and L4 has taken a lot of focus, right? The behavior of the changes that people are showing it on the day-to-day thing after they took in the program, right? How is it impacting the delivery of what they were doing, right? How is it impacting customer satisfaction, and in turn impacting the revenue and other aspects, right? And so the business side of it, in terms of retention, in terms of revenue, in terms of customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, all of that has become a lot of focus over the last few years. Frankly, while all of us are trying to do this and show value, but not everything that we do, we could be able to show value in the way that business is expecting today, right? But we are constantly improving and able to show some value, right? So this is where it is today, right? But where we are going in the future, as Rohin was saying, on the technology, with a lot of learning now happening through technology platforms, whether it's a classroom session or something, it is happening through your LMS, LXPs, you have your content providing platforms, you have your assessment platforms. So you have plenty of data that is available to you about your learners, like what Rohin said, what they're learning, when they're learning, how they're learning, what is engaging them, where they are losing interest, right? So a lot of that is available. Then you have inputs about your trainers, the quality of trainers, inputs. You have data about your assessments, your assignments. A lot of data is going to be available. So it's important now. As Rohin said, we need to have a analytics function within the L&D, right? It could be a full-time role, or it could be a part-time role of somebody who's already doing something. But that is becoming super critical, right? So we can do analytics using tools like Power BI or a Tableau or similar tools like that, right? For you to look at analytics to understand how things have been based on the past data, right? So which is your just a second. Yeah, in terms of descriptive analytics, we could look at that, right? To see what is that telling in terms of behaviors and outcomes. Then you could do some predictive analysis based on what has happened. How could that be used for the future program that you're going to take, so that you can take precautions and correct some of that for better outcomes for the new program that you're taking in. And you also have prescriptive analysis that can, using the AI systems to tell, it can give you some ideas. You could pick up what works for you, right? So we have to be becoming super, data is something that we all should be very comfortable with, and analyze the data and use it for insights, for taking actions that will impact business. So we have to be very, very business aligned, and business should see as a partner and a strategic partner. Not necessarily, we should always look at they coming and telling us what they want. We should be telling depending on what the organization is heading, we should be telling what we should be, what kind of learning programs we should be taking forward.